My name is Zack Titus. I'm a terminal ballistics engineer. I study the relationship between penetrators and target materials. I started off in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. I enlisted in January of 2001. That summer, I attended basic training in AIT. Afterwards, I reported to my unit where I trained as an infantryman. In March of 2003, I deployed to Kosovo for 8 months in support of Operation Joint Guardian. In September of 2005, I was mobilized down to Louisiana to provide humanitarian relief as following the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. It was around that time I decided that I wanted to transition out of the National Guard and go active duty Army. That transition was complete in November of 2006, where I reported to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and was assigned to Bravo Company, 1st Battalion, 187th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, Rakkasans, which was a part of the 101st Airborne Division. The following year, we trained, and in October of 2007, I deployed to Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. For the next 15 months, I served as a team leader, and we conducted daily combat operations. On our return home, I decided to try out for our battalion scout platoon. Upon being selected for battalion scouts, I was assigned as an assistant squad leader, and for the next 11 to 12 months, the scouts trained in tactics, techniques, and procedures in preparation for our upcoming deployment. In February of 2010, deployed to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. While in Afghanistan, the scout platoon was a battalion asset, which means that we reported directly to our battalion commander. In February of 2011, I returned home and helped train up the next scout platoon for their upcoming deployment. In March of 2012, I got out of the Army after finally achieving the rank of Staff Sergeant. My advice would be to utilize the resources that are available to you, whether they're your friends that are in the Army still, the military, friends outside the military, VA, whether it's healthcare, education benefits. There's going to be times where the transition is tough, but there are definitely a lot of valuable resources out there to help your transition. That would have to be the bond that the scout platoon created with each other. You know, we came from all over the battalion, never having worked together before. We trained up for a year and deployed for a year, where we looked out for each other, we lived together. And that bond, still continues today. 10 years later, we're still looking out for each other. We hold reunions, we constantly keep in touch, and it's just a brotherhood that'll probably last a lifetime. I'm a terminal ballistics engineer, where I evaluate the relationship between a penetrator and its target to see how they interact with one another and the ability to defeat that target. My favorite part would have to be the ability to pay it forward. So when I was in the Army, there was people that researched and designed the gear and equipment that I was issued and used, and now I get to do that for the warfighter for the future.